bucket or a skip cart of some sort, lightweight, up this track. They would have cranked it up and it would have come up here and landed where Julie's feet are. Well, we've been in all those workings down there. A lot of them are just kind of shafts with open stopes and you can't even get in them. So I guess we're going to call it a day, guys. Look at the beautiful mountains. These are very light in color. It's been a fun day of mine exploring again. Beautiful up here. We're the only ones here. I haven't seen a person all day. Look at the views. Views for days.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next adventure.
So-called second gentleman, Vice President Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, is once again speaking out against toxic masculinity. Not that anyone asks what it means to be a man. There's too much of toxicity, masculine toxicity.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Oh my god! Excuse me? Hello? I wear Lupos because I need to get the most out of my training. Active recovery is important.
What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and I think we all already know that the situation out in East Palestine is a complete mess. But the problem is, this mess is starting to spread. It's starting to spread all over the place. We got grocery stores pulling water bottles off the shelves because some of these water bottles that you buy in the grocery store, some of them are sourced from water supplies that are right there outside of East Palestine, Ohio. Also, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of millionaires outside of East Palestine of Ohio waste. Also, floating around this country right now from East Palestine, trying to find a destination, as well as thousands upon thousands upon thousands of pounds of solid toxic waste, like toxic soil, dirt, you name it, traveling around this country on big trucks, looking for a place to be dumped. Now, they found some areas that they were taking some of this stuff, and some of those areas caught on. And they realized, hey, we don't want this stuff here. We don't want this toxic waste near us. So what happened? They halted the cleanup process. These trucks traveled in circles around the USA trying to figure out where to go, where to be stored. And you know, it's not like these chemicals are thrown in these trucks and they travel all the way to their destination. No, there's stops along the way. I'm sure the drivers have to sleep at some point. So it's just all of this toxic nastiness traveling all over the place. What it looks like, they found a new destination for some of the stuff. Make no mistake about it. I know a lot of communities were in an uproar about the toxic waste coming to their town. And, you know, a lot of them were reassured, hey, we're going to do something about this. Meanwhile, guess what? The toxic waste is still coming to your town. They're just lying to you about it. Well, now it's been found out that some of this stuff is headed to Indiana. And honestly, I think some of this stuff is already in Indiana. And people are outraged. People are scared.
Oh, boy. All righty. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah.
Rightfully so. And I think this East Palestine situation, it's woken a lot of people up. It definitely opened my eyes to just how much of these topics are around us on a day-to-day basis, traveling up and
That house is famous for its witches. You don't know.
cities. It's almost like they're just waiting for a catastrophe to happen.
Spread it out.
Poison
Poison the whole goddamn mess.
Are upset. Attendees of a town hall at the Russellville Community Center in Indiana had plenty of questions and grievances to share with local elected officials and waste management company Heritage Environmental. Toxic waste from the train derailment in East
Roachdale, Indiana.
has already arrived in Indiana. A landfill in Rochdale started receiving truckloads of contaminated soil this week. Despite assurances from officials that the site owned by waste management company Heritage Environmental is equipped to handle the waste, residents say that they're worried. Dakota Carlton gathered with hundreds of others outside the Russellville Community Center Wednesday to make sure his concerns were heard during a town hall about the contaminated waste. He cares for his grandfather and 2 nieces and is worried about the potential impact on their health. I'm concerned that if it gets under the ground, it's going to affect our tap water, Carlton said. And then we're going to end up looking just like East Palestine. The news came out Tuesday that the waste was coming to Rochdale. Residents at Wednesday's town hall felt blindsided. One woman asked Heritage Environmental Chief Operating Officer Eric Chris when trucks would begin to arrive. They were accepted today and they were already dumped. Today, he responded. The crowd then erupted. Heritage Environmental revealed at the meeting that 3 trucks had already been dumped earlier that day. Heritage Environmental received approval from the EPA less than 24 hours prior. Executive Vice President Ali Alivi said, we bid on the work with a number of other companies and happened to win one of the bids, he said. The crowd began to boo. Things got heated as residents demanded answers about the toxic shipments. Some audience members walked toward the speakers and returned to their seats. Others paced around. Nearly a dozen police officers were dispatched just to watch the crowd. Heritage Environmental says it expects to receive 2,000 tons of polluted soil. That's about 100 truckloads, making the 400-mile journey from East Palestine to Rochdale, Indiana. According to Heritage Solutions, independent lab testing shows the waste contains low concentrations of vinyl chloride and butyl alkylate, within the typical range for the landfill. Still, some feel the company put profit over safety. Why didn't you give us the respect to see how we felt before you took this big deal? Tipton County resident Maria Worth asked. I just wanted to know why you didn't care to at least see how it would be received by the community. The landfill is above the Funtitall aquifer system. Resident Laura Scott, who attended the meeting, said she wants answers about Heritage Environmental's long-term safety plans, but wasn't prepared for the antagonism from the crowd. I don't think that some of the questions were answered completely because of the acoustics in the gym and the hostility that was present directed towards the Heritage Environmental staff. No one from the EPA or the State Department of Environmental Management was at the meeting, but the former director of the EPA's Region 5 Superfund program, William Muno, said in an interview that what's happening in the landfill is safe and ordinary. So it's a large landfill. It would have been routinely monitored by the state of Indiana, IDEM in particular. I don't think there should be any concern. The site is EPA licensed and hasn't had issues with groundwater contamination, but it did receive a violation in 2019 for not analyzing inbound waste. Heritage Environmental said the landfill has 2 layers of PVC lining to prevent leaks and test for runoff daily. Any breach would have to be reported immediately to the EPA, but Scott worries what will happen long after the site is closed. Your hazardous waste landfill is not a 41-year project, she told Heritage Environmental. It will involve future generations who will live in Putnam County for hundreds of years to come. And I am so glad she said that. Because what we have here is we have these agencies that are deciding, are these landfills, these environmental waste places. They're deciding, hey, yeah, come on, bring it onto our facility, But they're not really thinking in the long term. In the long term, is this facility even going to be there anymore? Is Heritage Environmental going to last for as long as these chemicals last within the soil? That's one thing that really needs to be talked about here. Because you see,
All right.
let me change that. I don't like what happened in East Palestine. But I love how when stories like East Palestine come out, they shed the light on all types of things that a lot of us wouldn't usually know about. How many of you all knew that a lot of these environmental waste areas, how many of you all knew that they're bidding for the right to store this waste? It's like they're on eBay. Hey, pick me, send the environmental waste here. Please, all of your toxic dirt and water, please send it to my place so I can make money off of it. That's what's happening here, folks. So when you hear, oh God, East Palestine toxins are coming to my town, understand that someone in your town, most likely, the people, the heads of these waste areas, a lot of them are bidding. Yeah, please, come on, send it here. Mind you, I'm sure most of those people don't actually live in those areas. But that's how a lot of this stuff happens. Really think about that. Wrap your mind around that. Does that not seem sick and twisted in itself? Now I know some of you all be like, yeah, I already knew that. And that's cool, that's fine. A lot of people don't know stuff like that. So when situations like East Palestine, they happen, it sheds a light on so much other stuff that goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, behind the scenes, we have a bunch of filthy, scummy, evil people bidding on the right to store toxic waste in your community. That's what's happening behind the scenes. And that's what's happening now in Indiana. They're not even trying to hide it. They came right out and said it. And now Indiana will be the new home of truckloads, tons and tons of toxic waste from East Palestine. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification.
What's your thoughts? They're in business. Business talks, bullshit walks. All righty. Let the commercial run, go mute, go here, Go here. Where's this one? Mm-hmm. What's this? Good evening. How you doing? Feed up time? Yeah, I know it's a little early. You know, this physics girl, uh, we've been watching on and off. She got rushed to the hospital the other day, and then they come up with this fucking video she must have filmed before. But everyone in there is asking how she doing. She or someone close to her will when they're able. Spoil what needed. Okay. Fine. Anyway, good evening. We just here. You were here. You know, we got snow coming in. Matt's off-road recovery. These son of a bitches are doing this still on YouTube. I can't believe this. The deal where they say telegram me, send me a text. What is this with the West Coast guys? Yeah, somebody. He's on Twitter. Well, I'm not on Twitter, and I don't watch your fucking show on Twitter. So if you're going to do a dramatic shit like go rush to the hospital, fucking give an update on fucking YouTube. Right? Big news here in Portland, Oregon. They are closing many Walmarts. They're going out of business. We watched that the other day. Everyone that works is robbing from them blindly. Hold on. Maybe it's somebody. Yeah. I don't know if that's what's going on. But I heard they're losing their fucking shirts. They don't want to pay people. People are stealing. Like I told you before, you know, I've gone to Walmart for years and here, and I used to have conversation with workers in there. You know what I mean? And I don't see none of them people no more. The career opportunity evidently ain't working too well for your bullshit. Unless you're a fucking migrant, maybe. Why do you think Joe's opened the door? That's my belief. He opened the door wide open, leave the border right the fuck open, and we'll put all these people to work at Walmart. Americans don't want to work. No, Americans want to work for dignity and respect. Give them good days wage labor for a good day's wage, and you don't want to pay them their wage. Plain and simple. Anyway, anyone see? Now, why the hell ain't YouTube saying I watched that? You want to see something? For you West Coast guys, check this out. And they're probably on their way to turn into internment camps.
This morning, the dire need for basic essentials is growing in the mountain communities east of Los Angeles, where back-to-back storms dumped up to 7 feet of snow.
People are trapped in their homes and have been for now more than 5 days because the streets are not plowed. The snow has now accumulated up to about 9 feet. We need help. People are trapped in their homes. They cannot get medicine, heart medicine, insulin. The stories could go on and on. Please, we beg you. We need help from the state. Are you listening?
Mountain communities in Southern California are literally buried in as much as 12 feet of snow. It's incredible to look at some of these pictures and how they are trying to dig out, but some people have been stranded for as much as a week in their homes and neighborhoods. Families have tweeted out they're running out of critical supplies in the San Bernardino County mountains. This is not far from LA. We're talking about food, medicine, water, basic necessities of life. They may have prepared for 4 days, but now they're looking more than a week. Emergency crews have tried to reach some of these people who are in dire straits, and they've conducted about a dozen rescue operations.
I remember when it was pretty deep up here in Maine.
Arrowhead is one of those spots. Listen to what they have to say.
I've never seen it like this before. I've been here over 40 years. The people that
and Carol keeps flashing this stuff.
That's my
Notice of intent, Pacific Gas and Electric weather modification. If you watch this, really cool. She did a good job on this. She kicked ass. Oh, this is just nature. Here's another one. Media reports California. I can't. It goes too fast for me to catch it. Let's go see. California ramps up cloud seeding for winter snowfall. I can't read the bottom. Cloud seeding to, I can't read the bottom, but every one of these documents from California.
Management has been giving out numbers, encouraging them to call. But as we take another look out live, you're looking at about a foot of snow just layered on garages, on rooftops throughout the town of Grass Valley. So many people are just not able to get those crews out here.
Oh, it blew the side off of it. Some areas of San Bernardino County have been cut off for 10 days. In Crestline, the community's only grocery store is badly damaged, the roof collapsing under the weight of the snow.
Resource management strategy of California water pan. P-A-N? Water pan. I can't read the rest because it's too low. But this looks like a nice silver iodate.
Piled several feet high.
The family of Goodwins is the heart of this community. The fact, I'm tearing up now.
There's no way to get it.
He was prepared only because he had just moved here. And in case you need, the California National Guard has arrived, bringing resources.
Weather modification operation in California, October 1st, 1971 to September 30th, 1972. Paperback, February 14th, 2019.
And
Well, like this shit never happened before, right?
Amid the breathtaking backdrop of these snow-covered mountains, a welcome sight for thousands stranded by walls of ice. Black Hawk helicopters survey the damage and dangers throughout the Crestline and Lake Arrowhead areas. Crews are ready to deliver food to help those who need it most.
Earlier, San Bernardino County Sheriff's
I can't
Department.
See the whole thing. Summary. San Bernardino County Weather Modification Program, cloud seeding, 1992.
delivered military ready-to-eat meals to those in need. We're working closely with our sheriff's department and other county agencies to supply critical food and also get some of those roads open so that we can.
Yeah, how you doing? You still out there driving?
Possible with some locations. There are reports the roof is weakened and sagging at Jensen's grocery store in Blue Jay. There was a complete cave-in at Goodwin's Market in Crestline. It's a total loss. Everything is crushed. Yep, nothing left. Nobody got hurt. We did have one staff member
You home
in
yet?
the back room when the initial collapse happened.
I know
But he heard the noises.
Leslie's
of the
gonna go
creaking of the beams.
feed the
He
animals,
was
I
able
bet.
to get out, right before the thing crashed. Another storm casualty is an antique shop in Crestline. Victims across the area report roofs collapsing under the unbearable weight of several feet of snow.
Cloud Seeding
They're
Project.
trying to prevent that by
Doing
shoveling
good,
as
yeah.
much of the pile up as possible.
Check until
off the
tomorrow,
tops of
then
their
a
businesses
whole
and
month
homes.
off,
The governor's
finally.
emergency declaration is aimed at bringing in more snowplows and road crews to help dig out and clear up the roadways. Caltrans crews say they are working.
That's the only way to
24/7
clean that shit
reopen
up.
streets and highways.
Wonder what happens when they hit a dead deer.
Prioritizing lifeline routes for the safe transport of emergency services.
Yeah, big ass
personnel,
snowblower
food,
there, boy.
fuel,
Ooh.
and residents. According to reports, Rim of the World High School in Lake Arrowhead is now serving as a Red Cross evacuation
2021
center for the
weather
entire
modification.
area. And we know that some people hiked miles just to get to a local gas station for food and supplies.
Rob, it really feels like the never-ending storm. We've been hammered with snow since it first started last week, and now more is on the way. This part of Grass Valley has already seen 2 feet of snow, and it is expected they're going to get 1 to 2 additional feet
Raised
in the
concerns
coming days. All
October
that snow has to go
22nd.
somewhere.
This is 2012. Pacific Gas and Electric. Which you gonna let these fuckers do anything? This is crazy. Posted a notice of intent in Mount Shasta area newspaper outlining their plan to conduct 5-year weather modification program in southern Siskiyou County. Wait a minute. Our weather's going to be controlled by PG&E. They're fucking murderers. Murderous corporation. Amazing.
Much of it is sitting on rooftops like this one that run the risk of caving in. That's exactly what happened here. As you can see, this metal roof is on its side. This roof collapsed, and this is just one of many on the street we are standing on here in Grass Valley. It's why snow removal crews have been out here in droves, clearing the snow from these rooftops.
What else is going on there, Leslie? How's your new boots doing? These are some dates, but she went too fast.
Issue is time. They are racing again.
I can't see. Looks like 2011, 2012, 2009, 2008, 2007, 2006, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nothing to see here, folks.
Against the clock to clear these areas. Some homes have already experienced damage from cracks and rooftops to even ceilings, experiencing dips. The added challenge for a neighborhood like this one in a mobile home park.
That's heavy snow right there, I'll tell you that much.
Disabled, and sometimes they don't have the money or support for some help.
The concern also growing about what happens to
National Weather Modification Project. That is scary. That is very scary to be on the roof with all that snow. Hate this weather, snow, mud, yuck. Ugh, this sucks.
The lights went out days ago for some. This as another
That really does suck. We get that this time of the year. March is a month for that snow and mud, where the ground starts thawing out slowly. And Match Road Recovery got turned in for cruelty to animals. Jesus Christ, man. It's a good thing I'm not a big channel. Want to go watch that? Let me go see what this is all about. I must have seen it. But I tell you what, I went on my roof. I was tiptoeing, man. I was tiptoeing, and it was heavy. And this new thing with the plastic, all the snow's rolling off the roof.
Why did you switch? With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
Advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced.
Come here, Peanut. That's the triangle of death. So we got a call for a van that's stuck in the mud out to Hilldale. So we're gonna head out there and see if we can get it. We got Ed here with the weather.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, I got up on that roof plenty of times. I was just waiting. I says, "Well, go through the roof, go through the roof. What am I going to do?"
We got these three yahoos back
Fucking idiots come up here, build a house with a shallow pitch and put asphalt shingles. You ain't too bright, are you?
First time. We left Skeeter back in the shop.
Be back on a schedule.
We just got to fuel up, put some air in our tires, and head up there.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's all right.
How is it, Ed? Pretty good, but they don't have breakfast. Oh, what's the weird spot?
Wow, I remember him. I think that was a big mistake, him letting him go. He's got a good channel going, I'll tell you that much. I think it was just much. Now it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, he's getting more and more popular, but look at this backwards, two hot chicks driving up in the middle of nowhere. Chicks are crazy, man. And I mean that in a good way. I don't mean in a bad way. But boy, oh boy, man. They go rent a car from Boston or whatever. They get out here and they take it anywhere they want. Little Toyota Corolla climbing rocks and shit. Oh, well. Yeah, I forget this guy's name. I liked him. He's got some douchebag now working for him. I don't know. It don't have the same flavor. I think Matt's getting tired.
Other window down? Yeah. How many of the 5 or 8 things did you remember? There's up to 8 things? Peter says there is. I forgot to teach you the 5 rules. There's actually 6 and probably 7 now. Maybe 8. Park and brake off. Or on. Turn to the left or to the right. And they can get their little toe straps on there. Right? And then...
What do you mean by be back on schedule?
Gear, 4 low if possible. Right? So gear is 1. Seatbelt is 1. Park and brake off. We already said that, right? Traction control off is another one. Yeah, those are the rules. And then don't run over the rope.
Man, that one steep ass hill right there. You wouldn't believe how steep that is.
All right, I have a plan. The problem is it's sloped downhill, and we're slightly pulling it downhill, and it's just
Single for life, Rob. Yes, easy because the world has brainwashed everyone. Well, I don't think they're crazy, but look where they drove this thing. I mean, it's got little racing tires on it. Actually, it don't look too bad. But look, he ain't even got traction being winched. You know, don't overdrive your limit, though.
We've even dug the whole morning. We were digging out the tire
You pretty cedars, huh?
And nothing.
What nice, pretty cedar forest they were heading
It's
to.
like that right front wheel is just ink. I think I like where your front wheels are, so we're just gonna
Pretty country right there. Smell is unbelievable.
Just kind of let me drag you around a little.
That's seems like a rear wheel drive van.
Brake and roll.
I thought they were all front wheel drive.
Brake, hard brake. Okay, pull forward to the right. Not gonna do it. Okay, now you're gonna go to the right, but you're gonna get started moving first. So get established motion and then establish turning.
What did I say about using my Old Spice dry spray?
I need more rustic freshness.
Baby D, we love family. Your lavender is our lavender. Remember when we used to steal his Old Spice body lotion? Used to.
Maybe that's what I need.
Hard left. Okay, we didn't quite get it that time. Stop, pull forward, and hard right. Going. Well, the problem is you might be free, but you're not going to miss the tree. Let me unhook you, and then let's let you come back.
Oh, it's a Ford.
This is the best service ever. You guys are the one in Florida for sure. We're gonna stuck in the swamp all the time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
We're never gonna forget this trip. We're never gonna forget it.
Come on. Did you get confused, Peanut?
Well, you're lucky there's a tree there.
Mat straps are tough, durable, and rugged, and my team has been putting them through the test. And on one of the test recoveries that we did, we pushed things harder than we ever should have just to see if the straps were up to the task. So one portion of the test, we were flying through the dunes, and even though things were crazy, the mat straps kept the Can-Am planted to the trailer. Can-Am again today.
Again, I'm in my Sunday dress. Matt thinks it's fun to grab me right when I get home and say, come on a job with me. And he did tell me I wouldn't be doing anything, so it'd be just fine. I bet I'm going to do something.
Who knows?
It's a pretty state. You ever get to spend some time here? It's got so much diversity. It's unreal.
Whichever it landed at. Shade on my statement. The banana does about 60% of the work right now, and the Moorberry does about 40%. I don't take anything bigger than I need. The banana fits in these really well without getting pinstriping. I mean, the Moorberry gets through here fine too. It's just not quite. It's a bigger vehicle. It's got a longer wheelbase. It's wider. All right.
And they've been down this area. They're down in Hurricane,
We've done a couple
Southern
jobs
Utah.
on this. We did a side by side that was stuck here, and then Rudy did a car that was tipped on its side. I can see it down there.
Hey guys, this is for you. In my sandals. Dress.
In your sandals, take them goddamn things off, man. That's Utah. I'm not a big fan of these things. I like the little four-wheeler.
Yes. Tip over, get a free t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
She got her Mormon dress on for church.
So I promised the dogs I'd take them to the river today, so we're gonna have to do that. You ready to go to the river, Max? Huh? Huh, lady, the river? They're gonna love this.
Virgin River, I think.
So this river's really muddy right now. This is Mount Carmel mud. If you're wondering where Mount Carmel is, it's from Paul at Fabrat's house. That's where this mud came from. So I realize not all of you are dog people, and I really don't even consider myself a dog person because the dogs are more like we're choosing to live here in a way. And because I put my life out here and I take my dogs with me, that puts us up where people can cause me some problems. So we've actually been turned in for animal cruelty several times now. For some people, they can't understand that my dogs are quite free and
My dog
they
was.
get to do a lot of things.
My dog ran with no leash. This guy,
they enjoy running. They did grow up here in the desert.
for the
They are
most part, he
outside
ran out
desert
there with
dogs,
no
and
leash.
the activities that they participate in are almost exclusively of their own free will. It's 100 degrees out here. They want to run. I know that they don't have the best judgment, so I'm not actually going to let them run by the side of the vehicle right now. We run them down here to cool off. We're going to load them up in the back, put up with the stink, and go home. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about whether or not these dogs are happy and content if I were you. On Dasher. Lady went down and took one more dip. Lady is smart. She knows. So it looks like Max is smart too, but he's not. He didn't get in the water. He only went there because Lady did. Load up, Lady. Let's go. Max, load up. Stay in the back. The good thing is the mud will dry and turn to dust and blow away. All right, that wasn't too bad. We were able to get him back on his wheels and on his way. We got the dogs to the river, and now we are headed back home.
Thanks for watching.
That's warm, almost sour. Milk was a bad choice.
Milk. You want to go watch another one? This was cool. We'll go for a few more minutes. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. I figured we'd do an hour and get out of here. A couple already said they wouldn't be here tonight. Dawn's getting ready for a show tomorrow night. It's 5 o'clock, which is 2 o'clock your time. We should really try to check it out. She does a good job.
So
That's
we got
right.
a call for an aircraft, Cessna 150.
Recovery and
It's up
aircraft.
there on the mountain.
Oh, with macaroni and cheese.
And look at the size of this crew. We've got the usuals. And then we've got the unusuals. Oh, there's a usual right there. Where's
Big
George?
storm
So you guys
tomorrow.
remember George from this little video. What happened? The water was
Probably be
deeper
a half
than
a
I
foot of
anticipated.
snow when I start the show tomorrow.
George is pulling us out of hot water. We pulled you out of cold water. You're going to pull us out of hot water because we don't have a drone paddle today. George has agreed to come fly a drone. And I dress like that. What does the bleeping crew have to say?
Well, I got a little sleep last night. I got some sleep in the truck.
Oh, it was you are.
Welcome to your personal port, Captain. Choose a ship and click on the battle button. The conditions for victory are displayed on the loading screen, but pay attention. That's what we were supposed to do there.
Getting up here was absolutely freaking nuts. I mean, really. I bet my buggy would have a tough time getting up there without going bigger tires. We buried it, though. We buried the... Told you it was steep. Fucking crazy steep.
What's it resting on that side? Is there anything up front there that's stoutish? Yeah. Okay. There it goes. Yep, suck it in. Keep going. Keep going. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I'm good. All right, suck it in a little.
That's his son. He went off, done his own channel. Oh.
That was awful, by the way. Is that your first roll? Second roll. First roll. Like on the left side. That's the first time you're making completely full. So you had flop, and now you got roll. Yeah. It's like being part of the over the handlebar float.
You're pretty country, huh?
Yeah. No smoke? So there was the rollover, and now we've got to back this rig up the trail. And the way things are working out, it is not easy.
No, this is probably one of the harder recoveries. Just getting up there. This guy's got his own YouTube channel.
Over the top. Here. Johnny was thinking it's never been apart since it was put together the first time. What if we do like you said, just put a winch on this side to kind of pull it up? There we go. We've been really close to this plane all day.
Beautiful sky, huh? You ain't seen blue sky in a while? Well, come here. Watch some of this.
Not a whole lot of faith there. Okay. There it comes. Hold on. What are you doing under here, man? Look at trying to help. Look at him. I'm trying to help him. No, he wasn't holding it up. Oh, I wasn't.
He was cool. I think he made a mistake taking him out of the show.
Alright, dump him down. Yeah, right here. You know, there's all that weight on the video. Is it the same bolt prop as the other side? Where do you want this one tucked? This wheel? I guess this wheel will work.
All righty. Just too big, I think. Little four-wheeler is just fine. 7,800 cc.
Oh. Social media. Well done, guys. Never carried a plane before. We almost took off. I think we could pop the wheelie and ride it off two wheels, put it around, put it on the trailer cab, and pull it up to the more bear. We can definitely hold the tail down. Yeah, that's easy. So let's get this put up. Alright. Try to catch it or like catch it. Got it. Alright. Keep that front end on the ground now. So here's the deal. If we leave it on the Jeep's just a little more nimble. And use this as the anchor. This is the fantastic. She sent me that picture. Said I made it. Nice. Nice.
Freaky, man. Freaky. Wow, fencing. Way up there. That's pretty incredible. Man, that's almost straight down. Look at the chemtrail sky now. Horrible.
Well, you believe that if you hadn't seen it? Unbelievable. Alright, like I said, I pulled George out of cold water, he's pulling me out of hot water. He brought his truck up here, he's like, my truck will haul that plane on the highway. And I'm going with you to drop it off.
We got it out. That was the job. That defiant trip.
Yeah, that one was special, wasn't it? Alright, well, we got that plane dropped off. Everybody else kind of bugged out already. This is the only ones left. Well, thanks for coming along with us on that. Thanks for watching. So just a quick reminder, if you would like to help with the Shop with a Cop Christmas program, the patches are available.
Alrighty. Alrighty.
Thank you so much. This means a lot.
Man's Off-Road Recovery. They're doing pretty good as a channel. I think they broke 1 million. I think. This is old, this one. Yeah, 1.7 mil. Good bunch of people, you know, for the most part. Anybody got anything to say for the last closing words till the AM? You're going to miss me till the AM. Yeah. What are you doing? We're staying warm. We're staying warm. Ain't no problem with staying warm. Full and tired. How'd you make out with your new job interview? I already miss you, Ralph. Yeah, well, let's see what I got. Thank God we ain't got rain. F rain. I don't like rain. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 8 inches, 4 to 8 tomorrow, 1 to 3 tonight. Oh, this might be big. 8, 9, 10, 11. Could be up to a foot. Oh, and it's going to snow Saturday night, too. We're going to be looking at a foot of snow. Monday, today was just whatever. Yeah. Well, good luck. Well, we could be looking at a foot. When's the snow start? 2 a.m. tonight. Where it's actually a foot is an inch of rain, roughly. It's not going to be overly cold. It's only going to be 24. And then tomorrow's going to be 32. That's going to suck. This shit's going to be like concrete. Son of a bitch. I just caught that. Oh, well. Yeah, but it's going to be tomorrow. And tonight ain't going to be that cold. It's only going down to 24, and tomorrow's 32. I think they're fucked. They think it's going to turn over to rain. Turn it into Sierra concrete. Oh, well. What can I say? I don't have enough money to control the weather yet. When I do, I'll let you know. Everyone else is. All the rich people are. Yeah, we'll look forward to it. I just got to make sure I get what I get done. Get in and out of here first. Because Dummy went into town. Dummy forget his gas can. So we only got about a tank of gas on the snowblower. That should be good though. Unless it gets really heavy. Go warm up. Sunday 41, Monday 41. That happens every year up here. Leslie was talking about mud and snow. That's what's going to happen here. Yeah, I just got to make sure. Yeah, by Tuesday with this weather and wind, roads will be all dry again. But I need to make sure I get me another gallon of gas. 75 and humid. Grove 85, I think, what Grove is. That's a long time to be hot and humid. Now till October, November. I guess it's like us being cold for 9 months. We have well, you know, it's what it is. You know. But good to see you guys. I think Wesley's out doing the chickens and feeding the animals. It's about 5 o'clock there, 5:10 on the West Coast. Yeah. That's about it. I really ain't got much else. You guys got anything else? We watched that video earlier on that mass going up to Dawn's place. They're taking all that toxic waste down to Texas and Indiana. They're going to bury the shit. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. I don't know it all, but I don't think you want to be burying shit like that. You want to be incinerating it properly, like they do the GB gas and all the toxic shit out there in Tooele. But what do I know? Oh, well. I don't think we're going to hear the end of this, though. I think this is going to be Love Canal times 1 billion when all's said and done. And this dioxin does not break down. So just hold on to your hats, folks. All right. What do we got here? Oh. Let's go see. Hold on a second. This
are losing their grip and they're losing control of their own populations, which makes it dangerous. But on the other hand, their system is doomed. And part of what I want to take up in the symposia is how to think about the type of recovery or new paradigm that we really should be organizing. So to that end, the two speakers this evening are Richard Freeman and William Jones.
You guys want this?
Longtime associates of Lyndon LaRouche, both writers
Lyndon
for
LaRouche.
Intelligence Review. are going to
He's
be
still going?
taking
He had some
the
good
question
ideas
of,
in running this country.
what happened in East Palestine and more behind that, what to think about in terms of rail, and the question
Miss
of
you. Yeah.
development corridors, how we can be thinking
Tired.
what we should be doing, which I think will set in bold relief what has caused the problem. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Richard. So go ahead and welcome.
Thank you, Diane. I'm very happy to be here, as always. If I could have the first slide, please. Jose. Okay, so on February 3rd in East Palestine, I think they pronounce it East Palestine, stick with Palestine, or I'll use Palestine. There was a derailment of several cars, 38 cars.
Why do people talk like this? I mean, bureaucratic nightmare people, man.
People have seen these headlines all across the country, all across the world. This appears to have arisen from the company's incompetent setup and management of what's called its wayside defect detector system, I'll explain. Stemming from the rail industry's predatory stock buybacks, extracting large stock dividends, relentless downsizing.
Yeah, go ahead and say who owns the fucking stock in the railroad. Let's see if this guy's got balls. How about Nagila?
And what Lyndon LaRouche proposes as the sweeping fundamental steps that should be taken to correct it. Now, wayside defect detectors, which are commonly called hotbox.
Then call them hotbox, you fucking over-engineered motherfucker. I'll put the link of this in chat. I'm probably not going to watch it, but if you want to watch it.
According to reports, this rail derailment originated with car number 23, which I'll say something about. But this had an overheating wheel bearing that the National Traffic Safety Board suspects caused the entire derailment. Now, if I can have the next slide, please. This is Ohio, and this is very close to the old part, which is Sebring, Salem, and East Palestine, which figure into our story, are right on the border with Pennsylvania. So you can see Cleveland up to your northwest, and you can see Pittsburgh to your northeast. What happened was that on the track at Sebring, so that's circled in the most westerly part, the car number 23 was 35 degrees Fahrenheit above what's called ambient air temperature, which is just the surrounding air temperature. And it's supposed to measure that. By the time it reached the detector in Salem, which you can see is the next one over going eastward, which is just 10 miles from Sebring, it recorded a wheel bearing temperature at 103 degrees Fahrenheit. That is greater than the surrounding air. This is quite hot, but Norfolk Southern standards don't call for the train to be stopped and inspected until the bearing reaches 115 degrees above the ambient temperature. That standard is very questionable.
No, that's not true.
Sebring and East Palestine, which you can see.
Not what I learned from David.
The detector should have been 10 miles apart, but this one was 20 miles apart. Why? We'll find out. By the time the train passed East Palestine's wayside defect detector, the trouble wheel bearing was 253 degrees Fahrenheit above ambient temperature. The entire wheel was on fire, which then ignited a fire among the plastic pellets that car number 23 was carrying. This led to the derailment. This raises some urgent questions. Why did Norfolk Southern, which is the company that owns these lines, not set a standard of 100 degrees above ambient air temperature for the train to be stopped? If it did so, it would have been stopped in Salem. Had that policy been in effect, further, second question is why did Norfolk Southern not install a defect detector at 10 miles east of Salem? By that point, it would have been way above the 115-degree standard that Norfolk Southern was using, and they would have stopped the train. The third question is why don't they have real-time monitoring at its Atlanta center of the headquarters of Norfolk Southern? Had it looked at the car's 23's wheels, it would have seen 30 35 degrees above at Sebring, 103 degrees above at Salem. This is not a linear equation. This is exponential. At that point, and the computers can tell them that in 3 seconds, they should have stepped in immediately themselves. None of that was done. Why? Let me show a video, which is 31 seconds, which has been making the rounds, because this makes it even worse what happened. Do we have that video? Can we play it? It was a little bit dark. You're looking at a surveillance camera in Salem. Look what happens in the circle. Is the train moving? Okay, we'll just go with the screenshots. That's perfectly fine. So, this is the first. You can see the train in the background. It's a little bit dark. Let's go to the second screenshot, please. Okay, this is the third screenshot. Anyone notice anything out of place? Do you know this is a fire under the wheels of the train? And this is from a surveillance camera. This is 20 miles before it reached East Palestine. It should have been shut down then. It was already on fire. This is how Norfolk Southern and the railroads run their business. Now, there were specialized linemen called electronic meters, and they maintain these hot boxes devices. 3 years ago, Norfolk Southern had 5 of these linemen who would visually inspect these wayside detectors, which are just drills, not terribly complicated. Today they have 0. So they couldn't tell whether the wayside defect detectors were working. The answer is that we were going to see why this is the case. Why are all these 5 things the case? Next, please. Okay, this is a rail tank car, and I just want to mention that according to a lot of the reporting in the press, not everybody, it was reported that the vinyl chloride in 5 cars actually caught fire. Not true. What happened is that car number 23, which is run by a company like GATX, which is a lease company out of Chicago, was not regulated. I can't find out much about this, but they just put these on the cars. Was next to cars 24, 25, 26, and 27, which carried the vinyl chloride, but they did not catch fire. The authorities in Ohio and Pittsburgh ordered the cars to be breached, and then the liquid to go down in the trench, and then they lit it. I will just say, I won't go into it now because we have other things, but a lot of the hysteria of these questions is just not true. There is a real question. People don't want to have something like that. A lot of this stuff is just the most anti-human environmentalists trying to capitalize on the situation. We can go to that on another occasion. Next one, please. So here's what happened. There was a wave of deregulation that's devastating U.S. economic sectors. Brokerage security firms, June 14th, 1975. You can read the other ones. Airlines, 1978. Trucking, July 1st, 1980. Railroads, October 14th, 1980, 3 months later. Banking, October 12th, 1982. And the repeal of the Glass-Steagall Act, November 12th, 1999. We deregulated just about everything in our economy. Now, what's important about this? Well, we used to have something called the Interstate Commerce Commission, set up in 1881.
Hey, Hawkeye, look who I'm talking to.
Whether they could get rid of abandoned lines,
Go click on that link. This is Diane Given. She's a senator. Excuse me. Good to see you, Hawkeye.
Big 5 rail companies. Most people don't know them. They know Citibank, Morgan, and Chase. So, but these are just run their industry like a barrack, as much as the banks. They're Burlington Northern Santa Fe, Union Pacific, that's owned by Warren Buffett, Union Pacific, CSX, which is the Chesapeake line, Norfolk Southern Railway, and Kansas City Southern.
Wow, Burlington North.
They all merged. It used to be the Burlington Northern and the Santa Fe, but after the Staggers Act of 1980, which deregulated the rail system, they merged. It used to be the Norfolk and the Southern.
That's spelt wrong.
What did they do? Next, please. Now, told this show that
I'm going to leave this running. We're going to keep running, whether you want it or not.
every bit as nasty.
I want to see what this guy's got to say.
From 2002 to 2009, without regulation, these railroads, this rail cartel, as I call it, raised their rates by 96%. They then went to something called precision schedule management, where they could say, instead of carrying one type of...
Yeah, I think you find it interesting. This is bigger. I bet it's up near you, too.
They could carry as many as they wanted to. The rail cars went from 50 to 75 up to...
I bet the Canadians are going to say, hey, we got dioxin in our backyard.
You don't distribute the weight because you're going to get torque on one part as it goes around the curve, which won't be balanced by the torque on another part. And guess what? They will derail. And the train that derailed in East Palestine was 149 cars. It was only going 47 miles per hour. And as Bill Jones, my colleague and friend, will tell you, the Chinese trains go so much faster.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're the only ones.
Miles per hour.
You know, Bubba was in here the other day. BZ gas. BZ gas, disorientation. It's a weapon that we invented. BZ gas.
This is a whole story unto itself. What they decided to do is that they were going to cut the number of workers and the equipment so that they could transfer that onto the balance account of profits. And they would cut necessary projects for upkeep to transfer that onto the balance account of the profits of the company. These big five today have 94% of all revenues of the industry. And the smaller 600 companies just are like the surface. In last point on this, in 1980, these companies earned $150,000 revenues for every mile of railroad cargo they carry. Now they earn almost $900,000. That is 6 times. How did they do it? Well, let's see what they did. Oh, and they also put $140 billion into stock buybacks. Well, look at the rail employment. It went from 520,000 in 1980 when the Staggers Act deregulated the rail, and now it's down to 140,000. How's that for safety? And they only allow 1 engineer and 1 conductor to train. And the rail unions have been saying we need 2 engineers. These trains are so darn long. No. Next. Skip that one. The next one.
Doesn't it? Scary. What's that? I can't see that. Hold on.
It's the first one.
Copied and paste.
The other direction. Okay, down, please. Down. Oh, okay. Well, the one that seems to have gotten eliminated was that they took the rail mileage from 165,000
She's talking to me.
to 92,000. Now, that has tremendous implications for the functioning of the rail system. But the amount of railroads that were abandoned, which would not have been allowed under deregulation, was over 100,000 miles because some of those were full class 2, class 1, runs on $900 million over a year. So they slashed the rail mileage by more than 45%. They slashed the workforce by over 70%. And the next one that you showed is the colored background, please. They, just since 2018, eliminated 35,000 railroads. Just then.
Look at that.
So you've got 2 processes.
Rail cartel eliminates 15,000 rail workers
Which cut everything
from 2018 to 2022. Wow.
170,000. Jacked up their price. Got revenues that will only service certain parts of the country, but other parts completely bare-boned. And by manipulating the stock, and this should be called insider trading, they got a double benefit because people got appreciation in their stock. And that's how they're turning record profits. They don't care. They don't care whether the rail service serves America or not. We care. Next, please. Okay. It's not just rail derailments. There have been 5 rail derailments just in the last few days. I mean, they're occurring at a rate of 2.7 per day. This is a story that last year there were companies in the California that needed livestock feed, and Union Pacific was not delivering it to them. And they needed the wheat from Nebraska. They couldn't get it. So it's not just derailments. This is a broader picture. It doesn't deliver things on time.
What did what was the name of that?
Connecticut, and some of our members are very familiar with it. It's hard to see it, perhaps, but these blue lines are abandoned rail lines in Connecticut. I told you 100,000 miles were eliminated. That's bigger than most rail systems in most countries. We eliminate more rail mileage than most countries have rail mileage. If you look at those light blue lines, they were all eliminated. So when you go up from White Plains to Stamford to Norwalk and so forth, Bridgeport, as you go up further to Hartford, eliminated. And what that meant was, partly because manufacturing is done, but what reciprocally happens when you can't have a rail line, unless you're going to use trucking, you shut down your factories. Next, please. Jose? Okay, and this is just, I won't go through it now, but this is an editorial that appeared on Waterbury, and it goes through the fact that it says, if you look at the big print, much of the public debate centered on the role of passenger rail. On the one hand, rail service was
They are pretty automated now. They won't go completely, though. I don't think they will. Not for many years.
We don't want to own it.
Could be my next girlfriend.
Now, Diane mentioned at the top of the show the rail accident. Same reasons. This was at that time they said 35 people. It's now 45. It's now 57 people killed in Greece. This is going on around the world. It's the Western system, the West, which runs the so-called rules-based border. So, rail accident in Greece, human error or systematic neglect. And what I've been describing is systematic. Next, please. So let me say what Lyndon LaRouche said about this. This is from
so if you got a 2-mile training, you got 7 engines on it. There's only one conductor, usually. There's no caboose with men in the back. You know, part of the deal for having a caboose was they sit up top in that cupola and they could see the train when the train took a corner, if anything was dragging or burning or anything. So what happens when you throw the throttle to 20% on your train, it automatically turns the other trains to 20%. When you brake 20%, it automatically brakes. It's like Bluetooth. Like, it's radio too. It's not a wire. It's radio waves.
From the policies of the past 35 odd years, and I would add now, 20 years later, 55 odd years, back to the policies of Roosevelt and the policies of post-Roosevelt period from 1946 to 1964. We have to go back to that kind of economic system now, which means a regulated system, end privatization, end deregulation, end the funny money monetary policies, all these things which are all the same, but different aspects. Get back to the things that worked before. What would we do with deregulation, re-regulation, and we should do it. And if people are serious about East Palestine, they can talk about it quite a bit, and some people can be concerned. Say, you cannot abandon these lines. You're going to reestablish lines between parts of the city. We are going to break into that kitty that you spent of $141 billion and use it for real productive rail systems. You'll see. We are going to make sure that the price increases of 96% since 2002 come to an end.
Price increase 96%.
So that's the
but then you get rid of, what do you say, 15,000?
In 2006, Lyndon LaRouche proposed the Economic Recovery Act. I just want to say.
Lyndon LaRouche, you don't know him. He's a smart man.
He said if we allow the U.S. auto manufacturing industry to be destroyed, the USA becomes a virtual third world nation overnight. The nation's machine tool design capability, most of which is tied up in auto manufacturing firms, is lost. And he proposed this Economic Recovery Act, which would use machine tools from going into auto for now all these wonderful projects that we have to be used for. And this is what we wrote in EIR in 2008. We want to serve a mission. This mission is a large one. Trillions of dollars of investment in new high-speed electrified rail corridors, third and fourth generation nuclear power plants and transmission systems, high energy density water desalination and hydrogen fuel production, water management, replacing ancient river navigation systems with modern ones, repairing thousands of upstream dams and thousands of bridges, building components of NASA launch vehicles and satellites. So this is our orientation. Shift it. Stop the degradation. Start thinking of these as development corridors and that they're in the service of the nation. Next, please.
That's just my opinion.
Now,
I
I just
mean,
want to show you. After Lincoln is remember the Union Pacific and other railroads only got started in about 1866, 1867 after the British assassinated them. So look at the railroads built by 1870. Now look at what Lincoln's economic revolution, total economic revolution, one of the greatest along with Roosevelt's the nation's ever seen.
you wonder why the Indian people hated the fucking railroad. There you go.
What are these? These are rail development corridors that led to the cities like Chicago, Omaha, San Francisco. And we put on either side of these corridors towns. We built industries. Farms could get their stuff to market. That went with giving people 40 acres and a mule, or 160 acres, sorry. So we thought in terms of rail corridors. That's how our nation was built.
Look, I'm not even staying live on this show.
Phase 1 would be 26,000 miles, and then phase 2, which is in the red, would add...
This is your high-speed rail.
42,000 miles. This would work. It will not work unless we break the rail cartel, because they use 97%, what's called diesel electric. You carry along the fuel, which is the diesel fuel, and then put power on board generator. They will not give that up for high-speed electric rail unless we use the government for that purpose. And if we have to build it alongside their rail tracks. I'm not saying that's the first thing.
New York.
Next, please.
She's running for New York.
Okay, and when we were talking about this, since Diane's running for the Senate, there was full-scale discussion of electrified high-speed rail and maglev. And this is a map that was produced back in the task force in January 4th, 2006. It goes up to Montreal. It goes along Highway 95 all the way to Niagara Falls. It goes south to New York City. It goes to Boston. This is the way people think when they're inspired. So, next, please. Now, I know Bill will talk about this. I just want to show it. This is the Chinese. They've just broken the speed record of 350 kilometers per hour. That's 180 miles per hour. Great. Great. It can carry 110 tons. That's not biggest, but it's light freight to medium-sized freight. It will be significant. Compare that to 47 miles per hour. This is the future.
Well, actually, 47 mile an hour in this country is pretty fast train movement.
Regulate the rails. Take their 141 million funded to stock 5 accident and say that's just speculation. We need a real rail system. Your vision of your rails is your vision of the progress of manufacturing and the people and the culture of the country. Number 2, build a high-speed rail system. Know that we are capable. And number 3, do this subsumed within an economic movement that is overseen by the 10 principles of development. That's a real mission. And I know Donald Trump went to East Palestine, and I know that Tulsi Gabbard did, and it's good to show your support. Do you have the courage to call for the deregulation of breaking railroads and to call for breaking that cartel and using this money for the next phase of a real development corridor development in the United States?
Great. Well, thank you very much. I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions. A lot of people in the chat were expressing their outrage at the way this is run, and probably want to talk more about that. But we will go now to Bill Jones, who will speak about development corridors and who is
one of our China desk editors at Executive Intelligence Review. So, Bill, welcome, and please go ahead.
Thanks very much, Diane. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about a very important topic today. I would mention to Jose he should be ready because I think he'll handle my 3 pictures that I have when I come to him about the middle of the speech to be on the safe side here. Let me just take a quote in terms of railroads and their significance. The railroad is like a leaven, which creates a cultural fermentation among the population. Even if it passed through an absolutely wild people along its way, it would raise them in a short time to the level requisite for its operation. This was a quote from Sergei Vinta, who was the finance minister of Russia.
You see what I mean? We're talking about goddamn rails being fucked up, and this guy's off on Siberia. Yeah, I can't play music. I got a good playlist, though, on Radical. Got a good playlist there. That's the kind of music I listen to. And Buddy sings along with. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to go have a smoke, and then I'm going to go. I'm tired. This is crazy, man. This guy's off on some kind of tangent about, you're wasting my fucking time, dude.
But this was what Vinta was trying to educate the future leader of Russia in terms of economics. It's also, the railroad is also, as Richard Freeman mentioned, corridor of development. Now that's a concept which is easily understandable, but I think it probably was made into a real working concept by Lyndon LaRouche, who insisted on this notion of a railroad. Railroad doesn't necessarily have to be that either. Cecil Rhodes in Africa wanted to build railroad routes too, and the railroads, would pull the diamonds and everything else out of Africa into the pockets of the British. But if you have a development policy, if you organize that, the railroad then becomes the corridor, the transmission belt of development. LaRouche actually used that in the work that he was doing together with his wife on the development of Eurasian land bridge way back in 1990.
All right, no one else is left in here. We're going. Thanks for everybody coming. Check that channel out. Pretty good. I wouldn't be wasting your time on this, though. We'll see you all later. Be good. Be good to yourself. Be good to others if you can. See you later. Have a good night.